Alright guys, so I found some more bugs in the hazard course on Half-Life Source. So I actually go ahead and demonstrate the vaulting technique here again. I'm actually not gonna cut any of the footage because overall the recording session was pretty dadgum short. So basically let me explain. The Half-Life Source release on Steam hasn't been updated as much as the normal Half-Life release, oddly enough. So, it uses an older version of the hazard course, which makes it even buggier. However, some of the other bugs don't work just because it's the source engine. So, here we go. So right here, as you know, there's this door right here. Most people don't even know what it does. But if I jump off here, I don't die, okay? And there's this funny little area over here that's just completely scenic, that you can go and see this thing. It's just a thing, I don't know what to call it. But, yeah.
Scenic Cove, that's its name.
Okay. Thanks, Michael.
It's called Scenic Cove!
Alright. Alright. And then if I go back over here and go to the ladder,
Ba-boom.
then there's
door.
there's a door, and guess what? It's that door. Now, the reason that wasn't effective in the other one was because there was an invisible wall on the railings, and I just showed right there that I can jump straight across the railings. So here's the jumping part. Nothing really interesting about this part right here. I love how every time you run into an electric door, it makes like a locked latch sound. This one is really hard to pull off in the source engine. It's the one where you can skip the ducking part by jumping across the pipes. So I vault over to that like normal, but what I basically have to do is I can't halt myself on a dime. So I just have to position myself exactly right, and it is insanely hard to do. Like, I had to have a ton of practice to pull this off here. But eventually I do make it through. And then next, of course, there's this one. So just go ahead and do the exact same thing. That one was pretty impressive. I don't even know how I did that one. And then this one's even easier because there's no invisible walls right here as well. And so I can just very easily blaze through this one. If I can even get up on that one. That one for some reason has a tiny invisible wall on it. And so yeah, I can go over there, go back through the pipes again, backwards, and then...
Why didn't you just try going through the last one?
Cause, I don't know. And then I can go through the door and stuff. And it's really hard to get in that pipe in Half-Life Source for some reason.
Because Source.
Because Source, yeah.
Because space rocks.
Nothing interesting in here, as usual. Although cube maps, yay, whoop-de-doo. And right here, of course, there's still the spot where you can hurt yourself if you jump on top of the button. I jump straight down onto the floor over there.
Got hurt.
It got hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
It did tell us if we were a male or a female.
Oh gosh. As you can see there, that wasn't as polished, so there was really nothing interesting right there. And there's still this weird area up here that I can long jump off of to hurt myself. Alright, and then I can go down the ladder to the elevator and whatnot. But, I don't even have to use that elevator if I don't want to. In this version, less invisible walls, of course, so if I jump up onto the button here, and I'll long jump over there and continue to crouch, which I failed to do several times here, I can just kind of sail over it, skipping the first step entirely.
Yeah, you did it on your first try when we were doing this a little while ago.
And then of course I can go up on the elevator and I can actually go back over, which is kind of funny. And then there's an invisible wall in front of the button, so it's not like you can call the elevator back down or anything. And then long jump back over.
So you get it right.
Yeah.
And now.
Nope. Come on, Sydney. What are you doing?
Come on, fast, Sydney. You can
And
do it.
the lag spikes are real. There we go.
There we go.
And yeah. So that's an interesting thing. And then, of course, healing myself.
So exciting.
I don't know what that was.
Just feeling yourself with very terrifying breathing.
We want the truth. Give us the
Ooh, you
absolute.
better stop before you get a copyright claim, Mr. Sagan.
Anyway, yes, Michael is at my house, so while I'm narrating this video. And then, of course, there's the good old ain't nobody got time for that stunt. So, and lag spikes are real.
Because logic.
Now, here's one I kind of did on accident earlier. I was just gonna push the box out of the way, you know, but when I was pushing it out of the way,
You broke it.
as you can see, I jerked my mouse right there. It just freaked the crap out of me. Like, it didn't even make
I
sense.
said it like 5 times and you broke the box.
Yeah, I broke the box. And it's also really hard to skip that spot right there, but you can't do it. This box right here, nothing different about it. Now, this is one problem. This is the only reason I knew about this bug right here. It is impossible to push this box up. Like, you can't do it at all. It's just kind of not a thing you can do.
Because source.
Because source, yeah. Source v physics. So, yeah. And so then I can go straight over to the other side after shoving them away. And then crouch jump like normal. And yeah. And the good old debris skipping part is still there. For some reason you have to hit this grate twice on the Source Engine version.
Because source.
Because source. Again. And I also noticed that texture on that spot right there, as you could tell right there, was different. And then, of course, I missed that once because...
I asked him if he could crouch jump through the windows that he broke, but he didn't go try it.
Anyway, as you could tell, I just long jumped straight across the flashlight area. Didn't even really have to turn my flashlight on at all. Okay, I just now noticed something while I was narrating the video. There were drop shadows below the tables. Do you see that? What is with that?
Source.
That also must be some really hard wood to be making the crowbar sound like that.
Source is basically the main point of what I'm saying.
And actually, I'm going to go ahead and skip the target range. That's the only part I'm going to skip.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to do the hurt yourself really bad thing right here. But the long jump over to the weird window ledge thing still works, as you can tell. And so, yeah.
And source water.
Yeah, source water. Good old source water.
Full of minerals, nutrients, and things that make you forget.
That's really good, actually. Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even remember how I got here. Oh yeah, and this jump for some reason makes you take 2 points of damage. 1 more point of damage than last time.
Because more is better, and then Mr. Catburger.
He's now playing DayZ.
Good for you, Mr. Catburger. Nobody really cared.
And this part right here is really hard because proportions of Source Engine players are a little bit different. Kind of have to inch your way over to the very, very edge of this pipe to get across that without taking damage.
Because source.
This one you can still just duck right underneath.
Because same thing.
This one you actually slam your face into the box and it still works. But only if you do it exactly right. It's harder. Because source.
Don't need source. Oh my goodness. Even less easy to pull off.
And also, it's actually possible to get through this radiation room without taking even just 1 tick of damage. Because I just get right at the edge of the door, long jump to the ladder, and as you can see, I took no damage whatsoever.
Because source.
Actually, yeah, in that case, because source for a good thing.
Wow, you did something right since Half-Life 2.
Beat up the elevator. Yeah.
Because random hitting elevator. Say no to acid.
Okay.
And elevator abuse.
Okay. So, of course, as you all know, you're supposed to talk to that security guard to make him follow you, and then go and have him open the door. However, the security guard in the office with the scientist will also actually open the door for you. I don't know why, but
Can't.
yeah, just because can, I guess.
Just 'cause could now.
And yeah, the scientist will follow you too. If you really try. If you really, really try, he will follow you.
Yeah, when he was doing all these glitches earlier trying to find them, he got all 3 of them to follow him, and it just like took a while.
And I suppose I probably could have long jumped over that rail again, but I didn't want to, so ha. And yes, same old thing. Send the train off without me. I can just activate it myself on foot. Why
I
not,
just
right?
realized my chicken nuggets are still in your fridge.
That's great. Oh, and Mr. Catburger just now, while I was narrating the video, started playing Neo Scavenger. It's nice. Now he's playing DayZ again.
Oh, Mr. Catburger. That is the most stupidest name I could ever think of.
Alright.
It's not me, it's someone else.
As always, thanks for watching. And I will.
Team Mesalanius.
As always, thanks for watching.
Bye.
And I will see you next time. Don't say a word.
Do not say a word.